Alright, we're going to take a look at the jump multi-air method for the player. And what this means is that you can actually jump multiple times in the air. The options available to us, if you have it enabled or disabled, then you can choose the speed and the height that you want the player to jump from while in the air. You can also have a reset on land, which is just automatically saying that when the player lands, it's going to reset his limit if a limit is actually set. So over here we have a number of times, meaning he can do a triple jump. We can have an option just to say unlimited jump, so as often as you're pushing the jump button you can continue jumping up. And then you have a option here which is actually a range, meaning the range at which the player can use his double jump. This one, so consider, is that in the center point of the character he has to jump within this area right here in order to have a second jump, and wherever you jump from there, that same distance has to be achieved again. Alright, you can also do unlimited range, which means that whether you're above or below any area, you can just always do a multi-jump with it. Alright, so we'll start off with the, actually let's do a, we'll do about a 20 and 20. Alright. And then the number of times, we'll start off with just a limit to it, so we'll say unlimited off, we'll say number of times is 3. And we'll do the jump in there and reset on land. Alright, so it's going to be, we'll do this as the basics, and then we'll change this up a little bit so you can see the differences with it. Also included with that, just to make note of, is the speed as well. So if you're wanting to change up how the speed works during his multi-state jump, so the first jump you do will be a regular jump. When you jump again is when you're going to enter into the multi-state jump, and then that's when the speeds are going to be taken into effect with it. So we'll go ahead and push play here. So we'll be able to do 3 jumps, and then the player will land back down. So if I was doing just a regular jump, but then if I decide to do a, let's see, we'll put gravity on. If we do a regular jump, we'll go jump. So if you get just right, it'll get it. If you don't have it just right, then it'll actually bring it back down. So again, I can do my 3-state jump there, and then it finishes off so you can't jump anymore. Alright, so doing the setting it up and having an option to do the jumping works pretty well, pretty simple on the setup side. The other option is that you may want to just have the player very free floating, just be able to jump anywhere at any point. And if that's the case, when you do the multi-jump on the this side, you can say unlimited on number of times to jump. And then you could also say, instead of doing a range, you could actually say unlimited. Now, if you set it up to do it that way, we'll go ahead and play it this side so you can see that one. So this time, the player can actually just kind of almost float around. Is that oh, we have our gravity off. But so if we turn gravity back on here, so if you have the player jumping and you want it to even jump below, so oh, there we go. And then if you hit the top like I did, then that's going to cause the player to go down. But those are going to be the basic setup for the multi in-air jumping, and allow you to jump continuously in the air or have a set number, and then set the distance that you have for it. Alright.